I am gonna be physically sick. I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't. Like, every day I wake up and I get on TikTok and it's fine man after fine man after fine man. And then I look at my DMs, I look at my likes on dating apps, and it's literally people from different planets. I'm not even trying to be mean, because maybe I'm not the baddie that I think I am. Maybe I'm not. But the people that like me, this cannot be real. It just can't be fucking real. I just want to throw up, because where are they in real life? Why am I not seeing the Montana boys of Houston, the Kevy Kevs, all the spicy whites that I'm seeing? When you go to a gas station, why are there not hot ass men filming videos? Like, what? I don't understand. And if any of y'all are watching this video, please tell me where you guys are at in Houston, because...
If you ever thought that you were never approached by men because they were too scared of you, you actually might have been right. Because I heard that men don't approach women that they're truly, like, seriously interested in if they're not in a position where they can take care of them. Like, they don't have a stable job, they don't have enough money, they don't think that they can take you out on enough dates, they don't think that they can treat you the way that they would want to treat you. So they stay away and they don't try to get with you. Because, like, you ever feel like you know someone likes you, but you're just like, they're not doing anything. And you just know this person likes you, right? But they haven't made any advances. This could be why. No, I'm not trying to feed anyone's delusions, but it's better to be delusional in a good way than a bad way. So the next time that a guy that you like doesn't approach you, doesn't talk to you, doesn't reach out to you first, just think about that.
Hello, my friends. Just chats with me. Okay, I have a couple of questions. This is for men and women. I have some really attractive women that work with me, really attractive. And they find that they don't get approached by men. Now, my question is, what is it about a woman that is intimidating for men to approach them? Is it when they're really attractive that they kind of feel like, oh, she's out of my league, or what it is? Because there's so many nice men out there in the world, but it's like they don't approach these women because they're really attractive. So I've had heaps of my lady clients ask me this. Why is it? Why don't I get approached? What am I doing wrong? And I know that they're not doing anything wrong, but I want to ask you guys, do you notice that? Do the women notice that they're not getting approached? And also, men, if you're not approaching these...
Some women are like, yo, what happened to men? Like, none of them approach us anymore. Like, and I'm not going to go approach a man. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, how are we supposed to date? They don't approach you because women have made it so fucking difficult for guys. Where if a guy even says, wow, you're so beautiful, you look very beautiful today, they'll literally look at him and be like, ew. Who the fuck wants to deal with this? Who? No one. That's why nobody's fucking approaching your ass. Okay? No one. Like, I've seen it. I've fucking seen it. It's with women just being like, ew. And it's like, yo, you could literally be like, you know what? No, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm flattered. And if they don't leave you alone, just keep it walking. Keep it moving. Keep it fucking moving. You don't gotta be a fucking bitch. You really don't. And that's why guys don't approach women anymore. That's literally why.
You know how men approach women these days? It's so bad. Do you know how men approach women at bars these days? Oh, you'd think, oh, they're gonna get you a drink? No. Maybe they don't have the money. Are they gonna, like, come up to you and say hi and tell you that they just saw you from across? No. You know what they do? They do this. Okay, imagine I'm, like, 100 to 50 feet away from you. And I'm in a group of, like, men, right? I'm talking to my boys. That's what they do. They literally, like, this is how they hit on you. This is how they hit on me. Bitch, fuck off. They will do this for an hour. They will make eyes at you, practically tuck their little hair behind their little ear for hours. Not once will they approach you. Not once. Not once. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding.
A grown-ass man has commented that he's proud to say that he has never approached a woman. I honestly was not expecting this. I seem to have collected all of the incels in my comments. Guys, welcome, but this is not a safe space for you. 784 people liked this comment. What the fuck is going on? Almost 800 men sat there, liked this, and said, yeah, same, as if this is something to be proud of. The male loneliness epidemic, honestly, is not bad enough. And you've only got yourself to blame for this. I made a video that went viral about respectfully approaching a woman on the street, as one does when you want to meet someone new. Got 100,000 views and thousands of incels in the comments. Honestly, not where I thought this was going to go. Some of the comments went like, I don't want to be arrested. How do you approach a woman that you're scared to be arrested? I think that's a you problem. Proudly never approached anyone. Yikes.
So since men don't approach women, right? I guess I should start trying to go up to men. I live in New York City. Every single guy, head down, headphones on. No one looks approachable. Everyone's on their phone. No one's looking up. No one's looking at each other. No one's socializing. What am I supposed to do? Chase a guy down the street and like tap him on the shoulder and be like, hello, are you single? That makes me go back to the beginning and being like, why am I the one that has to do this in the first place? I make sure that I have a pleasant expression on my face. I don't wear headphones in the street. I don't look at my phone when I'm walking in the street. Never once been approached. And I was talking to a guy that I matched with on Tinder. When I was talking to him on the phone, he ghosted me, by the way, because we literally had like the nicest phone call and he ghosted me. So I don't really know what that's about. It's freaking pussy. I was like, do you go up to girls in the street? He's like, no, hell no. Like, he was like hard no about it. I was like, what the hell? Like, seriously, like, the men have the power, and that's why everyone's single. Women don't have the power. Like, we're seen as like too pushy or too aggressive or not feminine if we go up to guys. It's not fair. It really isn't. It's all of this is because men just refuse to approach.
Where are the men? Where are the Christian men? But like, seriously, where are the men? Because I went to the sauna today, and this is like, I don't know, the umpteenth time that this has happened. So it's just fresh on the mind from today. I walk in, and there's 7 men sitting in the sauna and taking up the top and bottom row, spread, you know how the men do. And not one looks up at me. Not one says hello. Not one offers me their seat. Not one even like scooches over or gestures, nothing. They just staring at their phones, don't look up. I know that they see me walk in. I mean, it's pretty obvious when someone walks into the sauna. And the standard has been set because there has been, I can count twice, when a man has offered for me to sit in their seat. And I said, it's okay, and they said, no, sit. Because you're a woman, because you deserve to sit. I don't need to sit. I'm a man. But where are the men? These are boys. These are childish, immature boys who are scared to what? Ask if I want a seat? Scared to scooch over? Scared to look up at me even? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it because you're a man. Be a freaking man. Be chivalrous. Be kind. Be generous. Look out for women because women need that. I don't care what like the girl boss women have told you. Like, we need that. We need men to treat us right. And this is like a really big point for me because I have 3 daughters. So I don't want them to marry a sissy man who won't look up and offer their seat to a woman when they need it. And this has also happened on like buses, on trains when I've had like my 2 children with me, when I'm at the airport and I need help and nobody looks up. Look up and help.
Stop fucking ghosting. This ghosting culture has gotten so out of hand, it's actually astronomical. It is utter bullshit. My friend is gorgeous. She is in her mid-30s. She's successful. She's incredible. She's an awesome person. So fun to be around and doing so much work on herself. And she met this guy, Hinge or some shit. They had 3 great dates. He was communicative, not too much, no love bombing. They didn't sleep together, for everyone that wants to try and blame her for any of that bullshit. And they had some great dates. Everything was seemingly normal. They went out like a week ago. They had a great time. He texted her saying, I'd love to see you again. They were texting, a couple times a day here and there. And then he said, listen, I'm not really feeling well. I'm just going to take a rest. She was like, okay, no worries. Feel better. Didn't hear from him for a few days. So she texted him like, hey, just want to make sure you're feeling okay. Never to be heard from again. And this is the type of shit I'm saying. Be a fucking grown up. Just because you're not into somebody, whether you met somebody else or you're not that into them or you really, whatever, I don't really give a shit what your reasoning is. Just fucking send a text. Hey, I think you're great. I had a really great time getting to know you, but this is not the connection I'm seeking. Take care. It takes 2 fucking seconds to be a grown-ass adult. But for all of these cowards that are hiding behind their phone, don't give me this bullshit. Oh, it's better for the other person. I'm not hurting them. And it hurts them to tell them the truth that I met someone else. Oh, but you think disappearing on somebody that had a great connection with you, that was super into you, you think that's the fucking answer? That's on you. That shows your cowardice. That shows your avoidance. That shows that you can't handle confrontation. If a girl can't handle, she argues with what you say, you have every right to block the bitch, to fucking never talk to her again. But send a simple fucking message, and it's enough of this stuff. Enough of these games. It's enough of this garbage. Do fucking better. Stop ghosting people. Stop treating people as if they're fucking transactions and going right back on the app to swipe, 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 swipe. It doesn't work that way in the real fucking world.
Riddle me this. Riddle me fucking this, okay? What is with, I'm going to say people, re-engaging in a conversation with you, re-engaging communication with you, only for them to fall off the face of the fucking earth and leave you undelivered for 24 hours. Why don't you just leave me alone? Why did you re-engage? This is why I stay single. This is why I don't give people the time of day. Because anytime I'm even remotely fucking interested, ghost. Is this dating in 2025? This is what it is? Oh, I retire. I'm fucking out, dude. I am out. I'm going to do some arts and crafts because this? No fucking way, dude. I'm out.
I've recently learned that it's not normal for people to just ghost you, as in it's not normal for people to just be talking to you and all of a sudden stop talking to you. That happens to me so much, and I don't know what it is. I know some people say, oh, it's a generational curse, this is that. Look, I don't know what it is, but it happens to me a lot. And I was talking to my friend about it, and I was hoping that maybe she'll be like, yeah, that happens sometimes. But she was just like, no, that isn't normal. So can somebody please explain to me why that happens? I am convinced that is me, but I don't know. Like, I just do me, as in, like, I'm somebody I have a lot of banter. If I can't laugh with you, then, like, it's kind of dead. And maybe sometimes my jokes they dance on a line of offensive. But then I know, the thing is, I know how to read the room, right? I know the type of person who would be able to take a certain joke and people who don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know how to gauge it per person. I think I'm quite good at that. So I don't know what it is, like, and it's confusing because if it was to do with attraction, I know how guys are. You know how they say guys are visual people. Like, I wouldn't imagine that it's to do with attraction, like them not being attracted to me. Not trying to say that I'm the baddest bee in the world, but what I'm trying to say is that I know how guys are. Like, they probably wouldn't even approach you if they didn't like how you looked, if that makes sense. So what happens? Like, I guess people just get bored, innit? But I wouldn't say I'm a boring person. I'd say for someone who just spends most of their life in the hospital, I have quite an entertaining life. Like, when it comes to the stories that I have, like, they're always so dramatic. So I think I'm quite entertaining, and I'm good at telling jokes, I think. So I don't know.
No, people don't tell you about getting ghosted. I got ghosted pretty brutally like a year ago. And not just like getting ghosted after one date or getting ghosted after texting for a few days. Like, I was ghosted after I really thought I had something with this man. People do not tell you that you literally will have PTSD from this. It's not even that I think about this guy anymore in any way. This was a year ago, but I hate to admit it. What happened definitely affected me in terms of trust and like expectations of people. I think I used to expect that people were always going to treat me right and always do the right thing. And I thought people always had good intentions. And I was always very open to the idea of like letting love into my life. Now I question everything. Like, I'm kind of talking to somebody new, and I'm not kidding. The paranoia I feel just when I send a message is actually sad. And it's kind of sad to be admitting this, but it's not in particular like the guy I'm talking to right now. Like, I don't know if he's like my end all be all, but it's just the idea that I kind of like him and I feel a little vulnerable. And now he has the power to ghost me that I think scares me. In all honesty, I'll send a message, and if I don't hear from him for 2 hours, I'm like, okay, he's ghosting me. Like,
classic. I knew this was gonna happen. And then I end up hearing from him and he's like, let's go do something. I hate to admit that something like that affected me so much, but I also feel like it's pretty normal considering it was pretty emotionally damaging, because I used to be just a lot more trusting, I would say. Now I'm like, oh, you're telling me I look nice? Like, like what's the hidden agenda there? It's really exhausting. So if you've ever been ghosted, let me know if you went through this too. It sucks. Like, it actually sucks, and I feel like a psycho, and I know I'm not a psycho.
I want to live in a man's brain for like an hour, 1 hour, that's it. Because I need to understand how they think and how they feel. Like, oh, this is something that's coming in my head and I'm just gonna spew that out there and think about nothing. It's insane. So I matched with this guy on Hinge, and he and I were talking. We live in different cities. So then he's like, oh, we should have a FaceTime, because he was more than willing to drive. It's about 2 hours. He's like, I'll drive to your city. We can go on a nice date, blah, blah, blah. But let's have a FaceTime first. So I'm like, yeah, so fair. So then we end up having this FaceTime. The minute I answer, he's like, yeah, this will do. This is hot. I like this. And I'm like, this is disgusting what you just said. You've started out coming on so strong. I'm not going to want to date with you. I feel really uncomfortable. That's so weird. Even if you think it, just shut your mouth. That's so weird. Like, ask me who I am. Ask me what I'm about. That's disgusting. Then he's like, so I addressed that. I'm like, okay, that's an aggressive intro. But like, you know, as women, we feel like we have to be like tiptoeing around. So then I was like, this is so annoying. Then I'm sitting there as he's spewing out all this information, saying that he dated a girl before, and the last girl that he was with, she was really insecure, but otherwise it would have worked. But he was more than willing to drive like 4 hours, but it was all on her. And I couldn't handle it. I was like, you've started a conversation with me where you have been really aggressive towards my look. Then you've decided to talk about a girl that you used to date and blame everything on her, saying she's insecure, and you think I'm going to go on a date with you. That's so weird. And then he's like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to have this conversation. He's like, seems like you have a lot of walls up. And then he just hangs up. I'm like, first off, thank you for hanging up. Where do we live? What world are we in? And how is it that these type of men exist? I don't understand how men think. Like, what is going through your head? I can't even imagine looking at a man from the jump and being like, yeah, so like my ex, blah, 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 blah. What? It's so weird. Anyway, I know other women are going through it, but what are we doing here? And like, can we just ship them all away? Because I'm so okay with it at this stage.
I don't know if I should laugh or cry at this point, because honestly, it just doesn't stop. I had a date. I got asked out on a date, and we'd been talking, and it was going really well, but he lives quite far away from me, and I was just like to him, if you're interested in someone else, like where you're like local, like we can put a pin on it, and you can see how that goes and let me know. He goes, no, I really like you, I want to see where this can go. Organize a date, plan to everything, to send me a message. So not even 12 hours later, sends me a 5-minute voice note to let me know, hey, actually, I've been talking to someone else as well, and they're local, and I just went on a date with them. And today, he lied to me and said he was doing work stuff. So he went on a date. He's like, and I went on a date, and I just feel like it's going to have a second date. And, I just don't think we should go on one. Even after he told me that he wasn't looking for anyone else. And yeah. Every time I feel like I'm getting somewhere, it just goes back to square one.
I think we all can agree that there is nothing worse than being friend zoned by someone you had a serious major crush on. Fuck, that hurts, dude. You're like, oh, they're like, you're not the one. And you're like, why though? But like, why? And that's okay. I'll get over it, but it does get worse. Imagine that same person that you were just fucking feeling all the feels for, major lady boner. They still remain in contact with you, but their only form of communication is sending you fart reels. That's my life. What? I'm flattered. I'm flatulated. I'm embarrassed, actually. You know what? Actually, I take it back. He did send me something on Valentine's Day, which I thought was very sweet. He sent me a meme that said, I'm gonna fall on you. Okay, but like, when though?
I saw a video of a guy saying that he had went on a date with a girl and she had expressed to him that she doesn't know how to cook. And he told his homeboy, like, oh, the date went well, but she says she doesn't know how to cook, so I probably won't be going out on another date with her. And I really want us to have better logic and reasoning on how we decipher, like, who we're choosing to date. Honey, somebody can learn how to cook by watching a YouTube video, a TikTok, and Instagram. Like, read the instructions on the back of the bag and figure it out. What about, how's her communication skills? Is she honest? Is she trustworthy? Like, child, somebody can teach the girl how to cook, okay? But, like, if that's your reasoning for not wanting to see somebody again, just confirms that the dating pool does, in fact, still have pee in it.
Stop fucking trying to read in between the lines with men. When it comes to men, like, they are so action oriented. Exactly how they treat you is exactly how they feel about you. 1,000%. Stop trying to read in between the lines. Stop trying to decipher what the fuck he says like Morse code. Bitch, if he cared about you and if he wanted you, he would tell you and he would come get you. If he hasn't done that, then he does not fucking care and he does not want you. Plain as that. Stop getting in your head about it. Women are so much different than men. Like, I know that, like, equality nowadays, we try and act like we're all the same. Men and women are entirely different. And their brains operate on a completely different fucking wavelength than ours do. I'm sorry, it's fucking true. So please, to save your own feelings, stop trying to read in between the lines. Please.
I saw this woman post a TikTok about how dating used to be a lot more fun when she was stupid, and I completely agree, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on why it has become less fun for me now as a 30-year-old woman. But dating stopped being fun for me once I realized that behind every man's actions is intention. And when I stopped making excuses, stopped giving men the benefit of the doubt, stopped saying, oh, well, he's not doing X, Y, and Z just, because he's going through something or he's healing or he really likes me, but he just can't. All that. When I realized that everything a man does or does not do has intention behind it, the reality of that made dating no longer fun. It was no longer fun to be naive or just make up some shit in my head to justify the way they were treating me. And so what I really mean by that is when I started to sit back and think, like, wait, the reason that this man is not talking to me is simply because he does not want to talk to me. That was all the reality I needed. That's when things really clicked. So there's 2 truths to this, right? Either one, he's doing something or not doing something because he simply does not want to. And it is a direct reflection of how he feels about it. He doesn't want to talk to you because he feels X, Y, and Z about you. And that's it. Or he acted this way towards you because that is a direct reflection of how he feels about you. Doesn't matter all the bullshit that he's going through, whatever it is. That's just how he feels about you. Or he might not feel negatively about you, but you might just be so low of a priority to him that he doesn't even think to act with you in mind. AKA, he doesn't give a shit. And not saying he doesn't care as in you're not worthy of being cared for, but that is intention as well. Like, he doesn't care. This is also an intentional move. He's not talking to you because you're not the forefront of his mind and he doesn't give a shit. The end. So that reality overall is a lot harder to sit with. And that's why I'm like, dating is just not silly and whimsical anymore, because when a man is acting negatively, I'm like, oh, wow, he does not fuck with me. And then I have to just keep pushing. Whereas it was just a lot better to live in that little fantasy world,
I don't know if anyone else relates to this juxtaposition in dating. So I'm just going to put it out there. Also, I'm waiting for my hair to set. That's why it looks like this. Okay, so in my early 20s, before I got in the relationship that I was in for a long time, now I'm single again, okay? But when I was younger, I was not very confident in how I felt. I don't think I looked as cute. I think I was always cute, but I was not as cute. I don't think I had an interesting life yet. I think I was ambitious, but I was still working out the kinks. I got approached left, right, and center. I so many people wanted to take me on dates. Like, they would approach me at bars. But now that I've been single for the past year, I feel like confident in myself. I feel better in how I look now. And I think I have an interesting life now. Like, in order to be interesting, you have to have interests. No one's approaching me, you guys. It's crickets for the past year. No one's taking me on one date. Like, and I'm not complaining. Like, I'm not saying I'm not in a rush to get into a relationship again, but I don't know what it is. Why don't men approach you when you're more confident and you figure out how you look? Like, hello, a tumbleweed. Sometimes I'll find out later after the fact through the grapevine or whatever that maybe someone that I crossed paths with thought I was cute, but they're not coming up to me and letting me know. So, like, what is happening? Literally, what is happening? I don't get it.
We are losing men to peace. We are losing men to ourselves. Men no longer prioritize women. The man at peace is an unbuyable man. Some women are still thinking that men are in that scenario of chasing after, calling, despairing for the lack of a woman, for her absence, when in reality, today's man, he is increasingly valued. He understood that a woman is not the center of his life, that a woman is not the most important thing in the world, and it is perfectly possible to live without one. Today's high value man, he seeks to make money. He seeks to do business. He seeks to grow, to develop himself. He removed women from his focus. Today's man, he realized that his peace is worth more. There is no relationship that can buy his peace. Today's man, he is unbuyable. He is non-negotiable. The peace he chose for his life has become non-negotiable. If you are a woman and are waiting for a man to venerate you, a man to idolize you, a man to dote on you, I'm very sorry, but perhaps that won't happen. Because the more time passes, the more we have seen that today's generation of men is not like the generation of old. And it is we women who have been losing high-value men, serious men, hardworking men, dedicated men.